Dear colleagues and friends from so many European countries, as mentioned, I'm Detlev Ganten from Berlin, and it's my great pleasure to participate in this important, wonderful conference on peace and agriculture, and to talk to you about solidarity in rural and urban life. I may be one of the oldest participants today and was born at a time when Second World War was raging, and I witnessed the time when hunger was prevalent and it was impossible to freely cross the borders to East Germany, Poland, and other European countries. It is my greatest fortune that during my long life, I was never called to arms, and that I had the pleasure of witnessing the fall of the Berlin Wall and the triumph over the Iron Curtain in Europe by a peaceful revolution. During my lifetime as a medical doctor, scientist, and also an advocate for global health, I've seen immense progress in many, many areas. I've witnessed major advances to better protect both human and planetary health. I'm enthused by the increasing awareness of a holistic view on One Health, eine Gesundheit, as an integral part of a concept recognizing the nexus between humans, animals, agriculture, environment, and health. Good health for all, Sustainable Development Goal number 3 of the United Nations, is also the mission and the vision of the World Health Summit, which we founded many years ago in Berlin with expert meetings around the world. I'm personally optimistic that we will overcome the corona pandemic because I believe in the power of scientific and political collaboration and in solidarity. A new type of very effective vaccine against corona has been produced by scientists in shorter time than ever and distributed around the world. But I am not naive. To overcome the challenges of the future, nationalism, aggression, along with other threats to our planet, will require shared international efforts supported by science, by politics, the private sector, industry, and civil society. This does not come by itself. Agriculture, which produces the basics for life and for nutrition, is at the core of this concept of One Health and of the holistic view on life and on nature, plants, animals, and man. My personal early education in agriculture, which I enjoyed, were a lifelong lesson for me as a physician and as a scientist, as well as for my personal engagement in health management and global health. Unfortunately, too many retreat into their own national shell. In contrast, we need open transparency, cross-border cooperation and solidarity with special protection for the marginalized and for the poor. The European Green Deal is a mighty wheel that needs to be turned, and climate protection is part of this. Many critics consider agriculture a problem. I strongly disagree. Agriculture can be and must be part of the solution and benefit from the Green Deal. I'm convinced of the enormous potential of agriculture in Friedensbrot partner countries and beyond, from the Baltic Sea to the Black Sea. This is a very important and a wonderful alliance. Yes, I agree, there are conflicts in the farm product markets, environmental standards, and the trade policy, but there are ways to overcome them and make sustainable agriculture a success. If we do it right and include climate and One Health concept in our strategies, we will succeed. We need intelligent strategies and far-sighted politicians and policies, and of course, farmers. In this connection, I'm reminded of a cycle of paintings in the Hall of Peace in Siena in Italy. These frescoes depict different scenes to show the consequences of good government and bad government. The painting of bad government shows the collapse of community spirit and the collapse of solidarity, vices and devil, poverty and misery. On the other hand, the result of good government are painted in this fresco as peace and dialogue, cheerful activities in the towns, and blooming fertile fields in the country. Friedensbrot gives an example of good government and responsibility of civil society in our days. Politics and civil society in dialogue and functional discourse on peace and agriculture. And today we celebrate the powerful symbolic act, the ceremony of baking and jointly breaking a loaf of peace bread, Friedensbrot. Our message today is dialogue among the nations, peace and solidarity. Friedensbrot is to be congratulated and has to be encouraged to continue this approach. This is embodied in the rye field, as was mentioned at the Berlin Wall Memorial, which symbolizes the potential for overcoming conflicts and joyful reunification, growth, solidarity, and reconciliation. This rye field is kept in good conditions by my fellow scientists from the Humboldt University from formerly East Berlin. This rye field is able to leave an emotional mark on the many, many international visitors from all over the world and give them food for thought. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, modern urban societies increasingly lack a feeling for the basics of life. This is also true for many here in Berlin. Agriculture could very well become a model for providing a public understanding for the basics of life, nature, plants, animals, food, nutrition, and also science and technology in the farm area. Agriculture and the Friedensbrot initiative provide an example of collaboration, solidarity, and cooperation between all parts of society among nations. A farmyard is full of adventures and experiences where even youngsters from the city can experience and understand important lessons of life. My personal experience as a student of agriculture and later on as a physician tells me that trust is absolutely essential. This is an important contribution of the Friedensbrot initiative. I take this opportunity to wish the Friedensbrot initiative and its partners, the 12 member countries, good health, peace, a very successful conference, and courage to continue this wonderful and important international initiative. Thank you all very much.